Action figures are great!
Welcome to the newest edition of TNInews with your host, JC. Hey everybody, JC here, and welcome to a Friday edition of TNInews. And we've got a lot to cover today, recapping news from earlier this week, plus new news that has happened since I last talked to you guys in my live stream on Wednesday. But before we get into all of the news today, I wanted to let you guys know that we have launched two new contests on TNI and MarvelousNews, our forum contests for store credit at Big Bad Toy Store. However, for this month, it is a little bit different. So first of all, instead of only giving away $100 store credit on each site, we are giving away this month $200 store credit. So, and you can enter on both sites. So conceivably you could win on both sites. So if you won both contests, that would actually be $400 worth of store credit at Big Bad Toy Store. And then the other difference is we're celebrating, this month is San Diego Comic-Con month. So during Comic-Con, during the dates of Comic-Con, if you go onto our forums and you start posting, after you read all the latest Comic-Con news and you go and discuss it with your fellow collectors on our forums, then your posts will end up counting even more than usual. Because usually every time you post on the forums during the contest, your name is entered once in the drawing. Whereas if you're posting on those dates between Comic-Con, which those dates are going to be August 24th through the 28th, and if you post during those times, every time you post, you'll get 3 entries into the drawing. So it increases your chances of winning if you're posting on those days. And again, you'll have a reason to be coming to the sites to find out all the latest Comic-Con news, and then you can discuss it with your fellow collectors on our message board. So it's just a way to say thank you to everybody who supports the sites, supports the collecting community that we've built up on those message boards. In my view, it's more fun to talk about toys someplace like that as opposed to social media, which these days tends to be very toxic. So again, this month, $200 stored credit on each site. You've got a chance to win that on each site, and you increase your chances of winning if you're on the sites during Comic-Con and posting about all the latest news and reveals that happen during that event. All right, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's start off with some news on the Marvel front. And first of all, I wanted to share these images from Lego. It is of a new Helicarrier set for their Avengers line. So this set is going to cost you $80. It is available for pre-order on the Lego Shop website. It's going to have 509 pieces to it. It's about 13 inches long, so it's not as big. I think they've done larger Helicarrier sets. I remember they did a really big one years ago, I'm pretty sure. But this one, again, is about 13 inches long and has 509 pieces. No minifigures with this set. And again, it is available on the Lego Shop website now. And then from McFarlane Toys, we're going to be getting our first Marvel 1/6 scale posed figures. These don't really have any articulation. They are essentially statues, though they do technically call them figures. So the first 2 that are coming in this line, and these were announced a month or so ago, but we've got the Captain America from Amazing Spider-Man 323 and the Spider-Man figure from issue 301. All both based on Todd McFarlane's own artwork. So these figures will be going up for pre-order on July 18th at 12 p.m. Eastern time, and they should be available at places like our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. I don't have any pricing information yet on these, but I'm guessing they will be similar to other McFarlane 1/6 scale statues that they've done for like DC and such. So but when more details become available, additional images and pricing, I'll be sure to pass that information on to you guys. And then for your latest Marvel Legend news, so first of all, I wanted to let you know that it looks like we're going to be getting a reissue of that previous Walgreens exclusive Marvel Legends Magik figure that looks like it's going to be going up for pre-order at places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, likely going up on July 18th. So this has not yet been officially announced by Hasbro themselves, but there was an overseas retailer that put this up for pre-order early, and then if you go to the Entertainment Earth drop page, there is a listing on July 18th that would suggest that it is a Magik figure. So again, not 100% confirmed by Hasbro, but as I said, it does look like likely on July 18th. If you missed out on that Walgreens exclusive Magik figure, it is going to be reissued, which, you know, we've seen that happen before where previous store exclusives end up getting released at other e-tailers. So, and there might be some others that week that go up as well, but Magik definitely looks like it's going to be going up that week. And then going up for pre-order today, this morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time for the Target Geek-Out event this week was the new Marvel Legends movie Venom figure. So from the Let There Be Carnage movie, this was announced during their last live stream. And again, this figure is available for pre-order on the Target website. The cost is $25. Last time I checked, it was still available. So unlike the comic book Carnage figure they did as a Target exclusive that sold out in minutes, this one seems to be sticking around for at least a while. Again, last time I checked, it was still available. And then other items from Hasbro that went up this morning as part of the Target Geek Out. We talked about this on Wednesday in my live stream. So that Star Wars Black Series Shin Hati figure from the Ahsoka live action series, that has gone up for pre-order. Again, that is still available. Going to cost you $25. And then, as I suspected from Star Wars, also that Mandalorian Shrike Hawk figure went up today. Again, $25, still available last time I checked. And then finally, we got a couple of Transformer items that went up this week as well. So for Transformers, we got a new Transformer movie masterpiece Brawl action figure, which transforms into the tank and robot. So not a huge fan of movie Transformers myself, but if you're a fan of the movie stuff, this is one that you might want to check out. This one is going to cost you $165. Again, last time I checked, it was still available for pre-order. And then the final item, again, Transformer related. This one I suspected was going to be going up. I talked about this on Wednesday. Was that animated movie Brawn and Ratchet 2-pack, basically, you know, when they get killed in the movie. That's what these figures are mimicking. So again, it's a 2-pack. The cost is $60. And with all the other stuff, last time I checked, it was still available for pre-order on the Target website. And another quick Transformer news, that Threezero MDLX Jazz figure, I talked about this previously, is now available for pre-order. The cost of this one is $80, and you can get it at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. Of course, it does not transform into vehicle mode. It is just a robot figure. And one other piece of Star Wars news I wanted to share with you today, the Haslab Cantina Vintage Collection playset has been fully funded. Well, not fully funded, but it has reached its minimum funding goal. So the Cantina itself will go into production if you decide to back it or did decide to back it. Again, it is definitely now going into production. It has met its minimum 8,000 funding goal. So it still has a couple of days left, just over 3 days. As I'm filming this, it is sitting at 8,264. So we'll have to see if it reaches any of its stretch goals. But again, the Cantina itself is now funded. Now I want to jump back into Lego and share some images of the new Jaws set. This was part of the Lego's idea. So this was one that was approved and has moved into production. So this will be going up for pre-order on the Lego store website starting on August 1st. The cost of it is going to be $150. So you get the boat, you get the shark, you get 3 minifigures with this set. So the 3 minifigures include Chief Martin Brody, Matt Hooper, and Sam Quint. Now the set has 1,497 pieces. It is said to measure 14 inches high and 23 inches long and 7.5 inches wide. So I'm not sure if that's including both the shark and the boat. I think it is. But again, if you're a Jaws fan, this is one that you might want to check out. It looks pretty cool. And as I said, this will officially go up for pre-order starting on August 1st. All right, now for you GIJoe Classified fans, just a quick update for the Dragonfly Haslab. So previously, Hasbro had indicated that that was going to be shipping out later than previously expected. They indicated it would be more towards the end of the year, but now they've given us an actual month, which is the actual final month of the year in December. So, again, don't expect, for those of you who back the Haslab for the Dragonfly, don't expect to have it in hand until the final month of the year. So, kind of sucks, definitely, but honestly, to me, not too surprising. Seems like these things always end up getting shipped out towards the end of the year. I don't know the exact reason why it was delayed. They told us to ensure that it's the best quality, all that kind of jazz, but they didn't really give a specific reason for why it was delayed. But again, it looks like for those of us who backed the Dragonfly, we won't be getting it in hand until December. For you Operation Monster Force fans, we've got a new figure that went up for pre-order this week at Big Bad Toy Store. This is the Monster Force Delta Red Urban Operations Trooper. This is a 1/12 scale figure like most of the figures in this line. They are actually doing some 4-inch Operation Monster Force figures, but again, this is for the 6-inch line. The cost of this one is about $37. This is being sold here in the United States exclusively through Big Bad Toy Store. And again, it is available for pre-order now. For you Garfield fans, going up for pre-order earlier this week were new Garfield figures from Boss Fight Studio. So I believe these are technically 1/12 scale figures. The figures are said to be about 4 inches tall, but Garfield, Odie, and the third character in this line, which is not one I actually remember, a female cat, kind of looks like Garfield but with gray fur. Normal is her name, so I'm not really familiar. I don't remember her at all, but Odie and Garfield I'm definitely familiar with. Again, the figures are said to be about 4 inches. Like if we ever get a John figure, I'm guessing he will be closer to 6 inches. But, you get multiple accessories. Garfield has an extra faceplate. He's got his lasagna, of course, his teddy bear. Odie has, 2 faceplates. You can have his tongue out, hanging out, or his big grin. He's got his food bowl, things like that. So these are pretty cool figures. Again, if you're into Garfield, they're from Boss Fight Studio. They're available for pre-order now. You can get them at places like our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. And the cost of these are $25 each. You Action Force fans, Valaverse has released some new information. This comes from their panel at the DFW show that was actually 2 weeks ago, over 2 weeks ago now, but they put the panel up last weekend. And so just to go down quickly, the main things they announced in that panel. So as part of Series 5, we are going to be getting some reissue figures, the Garrison Cavalry figure, which this time will be done as a Caucasian figure, and then Trigger is getting a reissue. He'll have a new tattoo and camo pants, so some slight differences, but again, essentially reissued figures. They've announced some new head packs, a Series 5 head pack. Also, for the first time, they're going to be doing a couple of hand packs. So there's the Alpha and the Bravo, one with gloves and one without gloves. You get a pair of hands that are sticking up the middle finger. So again, hand packs are coming to the line. They announced that they're going to be doing a very limited muddy variant of the Vanguard vehicle that will be limited to 500 each in each color. They're doing both colors again with essentially mud on it. This will be offered through the Valaverse website at a later time. They didn't give a specific date. They also are going to be doing an upgrade kit that you can purchase. So add-ons for your Vanguard vehicle. The upgrade kit is said to include a brush guard, armored windshield, armored doors, a cow catcher. You can take the brush guard and the cow catcher and combine it into one and put it on the vehicle at the same time. And this is supposed to be out in early 2025. There is a pink Vanguard that they are doing even more limited, only 50 of these pink Vanguards. So they're not sure exactly how they're going to release that. So those details will be coming. But again, if you've ever wanted a pink Vanguard, that will be coming. And then also, while we're on the subject of pink, they also announced a special Breast Cancer Awareness Month Steel Brigade pink female figure. So the proceeds from this one, this is separate from the pink Vanguard. The Vanguard is not part of the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but this figure is, and the proceeds of this figure will go to a local Rhode Island breast cancer charity. So doing it for a good cause. They announced a couple of con exclusives. Terrificon, which will be taking place in August 16th through the 18th. So they announced for that they're going to be offering the Elite Praetorian Guard. And then for the Rhode Island Comic Con, which takes place November 1st through 3rd, that is their final convention of the year that they will be attending. And for that, they're going to be offering a new Pandora, the party version. And they will make these exclusives available on their website after the shows. So if you're not attending those shows, you will get an opportunity to get those figures. While we're on the subject of Pandora, they also said they're going to start a new statue line. So if you're into statues, we're going to be getting a statue of Pandora. And then also as part of their figure action point mail away program, they're going to be doing a white Pandora. So there will be a bloody variant of that one as well. So I guess the first one they did for, with these points, kind of a throwback to the old, days when you would mail in, points, you cut off the little points on the back of the card back and mail them in for a figure or something. So that's what this is playing off of. So I guess they did the Covert Ops Condor figure, which that will be available here soon on the Valaverse website, where you don't need the points. The Pandora, same thing. It will cost you more if you don't use points, but it will be made available where you can just buy it without having to fool with all the points. So again, those are coming. The Valaverse Action Force Night Senshi figure, that went up for pre-order. That's a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. That went up for pre-order the week of the convention, which was the same week as Joe Fest. So that's been up for pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store. I think it's still available for a couple of weeks now. And then they also announced the newest vehicle that they will be doing for 2025. They showed it off. It is the Swarm Locust. It is a single-seater vehicle. It will have a pilot. They gave us a look earlier for what the pilot will look like. No exact price yet, but Vala said that he was looking to, going to try very hard to keep it under $100. So we'll see what the price ends up being. But again, that will be the next vehicle that they do for the Action Force line, and that'll be coming in 2025. Diamond Select Toys has announced their San Diego Comic-Con exclusives for this year, and these will be available online at some point. But for their exclusives, they're going to be doing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles retro game Mini-Mates box set. So that will be coming. Also a Transformers Divide and Conquer VHS Mini-Mates box set. And then finally, Lord of the Rings Grimly figure, so a 7-inch scale figure. This one stands about 5 inches tall, but Grimly from Lord of the Rings. So as I said, these will be San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, and again, will be available online at some later time. Super 7 has been announcing San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, and they announced their GIJoe Ultimate Comic-Con exclusive. So we're getting Jungle Trap Zartan. We had seen an image of that one leak out several weeks ago, but we've got better looks at that one. Actually looks pretty good. It will have color changeability. It is based on the episode from the original cartoon Jungle Trap, so that's what the accessories are all based on. And then also, for the first time, we're seeing the Cobra Immortal figure. So this was essentially a repaint of Snake Eyes, a kit bash using like Snake Eyes' head and such, done with silver. Has Scarlet's crossbow. So I think this was a overseas release originally. There's also for Reaction an Ash Can Snake Eyes, essentially in white. That is coming. And then Misfits figures, 5.5-inch Misfits figures, done in that kind of He-Man, original vintage He-Man style. They're Super 7 Danzig and Shamhain Danzig. Again, 5.5 figures. Those will be offered. Those actually are not Comic-Con exclusives. Those are regular releases available for pre-order now for $30 each. There's a Willy Wonka reaction figure in the candy bar. So that is going to be a Comic-Con exclusive. And then again, in that 5.5-inch scale, Conan the Barbarian vintage war paint figure. So again, those are all Comic-Con exclusives except for the Misfit figures, and again, those will be available after the show. Also, Super 7, speaking of Conan, announced for their Ultimate line comic book based Conan the Barbarian and Cole the Conqueror. So, again, these are based on the comics, not movies or anything. But these went up for pre-order this week. The cost of these are $55 each. They're available at places like our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. And I don't know if I talked about this last week in last week's Friday video or not, but if not, I just wanted to make sure I mentioned it. For you Sesame Street fans for reaction, Wave 3 has been announced. No images of the figures yet, but they are available for pre-order at places like our sponsor Entertainment Earth. Of course, the cost is $20 each. But this is a pretty cool wave, kind of going way back for Sesame Street. We've got Mr. Hooper, so first time we're getting like a live actor character in figure form, and then Big Bird, Super Grover, and Sherlock Hemlock are the other figures in this wave. So we'll probably get images of these figures right around the time the wave actually gets released. That seems to be how it's been going with these. But again, Entertainment Earth does currently have this wave available for pre-order now. Ramen Toys has announced that they are entering into an official partnership, licensing partnership with Tatsunoko, a production company. Now, if you're not familiar, they have produced things like Gatchaman, or as many of us know it more as G-Force here in the United States, Speed Racer. So we don't yet have any details on exactly what products is going to be producing. Those details will be coming later today. They are doing a live stream at 7 p.m. Eastern time to give out more details on this. But again, this is something that will be officially licensed. So, but if they give us G-Force Gatchaman figures, Storm Collectibles has been doing some of those, but releasing them so slowly that I'll probably be dead before they release the entire team. So if is able to start doing figures from Gatchaman, maybe even vehicles, and does seem to like to do vehicles, that's something I would really be interested in personally. Especially if they could get the stuff released in my lifetime. But again, more details on that will be coming later today, so I'll be talking more about this likely in Monday's live stream news video. Okay, now let's go into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and we've got quite a bit of news this week on the turtle front from various companies. So first of all, Playmates Toys has teased their San Diego Comic-Con exclusive for this year. So not a lot of specific details, but they released this one image. So this is obviously repaints of their original sketch figures that they are doing, which are being released at, I believe it's Target stores, the regular versions, but these are done in the black and white with the red bandanas. So again, no pricing detail on this, but indications suggest, based on Playmates Toys teaser, this will be this year's San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Whether this is made available online at all, again, those details have not yet been revealed. Also from Playmates, the Technodrome playset, which is being released as an Amazon exclusive here in the United States, is once again available for pre-order on the Amazon website. It had gone up previously, but then sold out. But again, it is currently available as I'm filming this, and the cost of this is $80. And then also from Playmates Toys, they announced this week that coming to Target stores will be the toilet taxi with Donatello figures. So it's a motorcycle type bike, has a toilet seat for the seat. Looks like used parts from the bathroom to put this thing together. I don't remember. I'm assuming this was released in the original Turtle line, but I don't remember it specifically. But definitely just the name itself is funny, the toilet taxi. And again, according to Playmates Toys, this will be offered as a Target store exclusive. I don't know if this has started or when it will start hitting physical stores, or if it will be available online, though I do imagine that at some point it will be available online. But if you've been getting all the reissue Turtle stuff from Playmates, this is one that you might want to check out. Mezco Toys this week put up a new 112 collective turtle figure, this time based on Casey Jones. So this sold out fairly quickly when it went up. It's being sold as a Mezco store exclusive. So again, it sold out pretty quickly. You can still have your name placed on the wait list on their website if you want to try and get it. The cost is $120. You get all the typical accessories that you would come to expect: multiple heads, including an unmasked one, multiple hands. Again, all the classic Casey Jones type weapons. So as I say, part of the 112 Collective line, it is currently sold out, but you can still put yourself on the wait list, and hopefully you will get another shot at it if this is something that you want to add to your collection. And then finally on Turtle News, we've got the official, well, not official, but we do have a confirmation that we are in fact getting a 90s movie master Tatsu figure from NECA Toys. So this is something that has been long rumored going back to January of 2023 when the actor's son had started letting people know that his father was working with a company to have a figure made. We all assumed it was NECA. Now we have a placeholder page on Walmart's website. No images. It's not available for purchase. But again, there is a placeholder page for the Tatsu figure on Walmart's website. I will put a link to that in the video description if you want to bookmark it. The cost of the figure is being listed at $35. I don't know when it will be actually available for purchase. NECA has still not given any official word on it, but a third-party seller has apparently gotten his hands on one. I don't know what he was using to take these pictures. They're very blurry. I don't know if he did that on purpose, but essentially giving us our first look at the Tatsu figure. Hopefully better images will be coming very soon, or it'll go up officially on the Walmart website, or maybe even NECA will officially announce it. I'm thinking NECA might announce it this coming Tuesday officially. But we'll see if like Walmart puts up images soon before that, or if somebody takes some in-hand pictures that are actually something that we can actually see that's not super blurry. But again, it is safe to say, even though NECA has not officially announced it yet, that Tatsu is actually coming to the Turtle line. It is a character for those who have been collecting the movie stuff that I think have been eagerly anticipating. And, it's possible this might not be available for actual purchase until CollectorCon, which would be July 25th. But I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't actually go up before that. But when any kind of specific, more official details become available, of course, we'll have it up on TNI. And I'm sure I'll be talking more about this figure in the coming days. And while we're on the subject of NECA, I also want to let you know that we've got a new 1/4 scale Beetlejuice figure that has gone up for pre-order. I don't know if this is a reissue or not. I can't remember if this figure was done before. We're actually talking about Beetlejuice figures in Wednesday's live stream video, and this went up for pre-order later that day, which I thought was kind of funny. So this is an 18-inch scale figure of Beetlejuice. It is from NECA Toys. The cost is $125, and it is available for pre-order now. Also, that NECA Bear Blood Feral Predator figure that was previously released at Target during the Target Holothon event, that is now available for pre-order at other e-tailers, so it was not a Target store exclusive. I wasn't sure on that one, being it was a red figure, but it is not a Target store exclusive. It is available elsewhere now. The cost is $40, and again, it is available for pre-order at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. Spin Master has finally officially announced those PlayStation 112 scale figures that have kind of been leaking out slowly for the last several weeks. So nothing really new here other than officially now available for pre-order on Amazon is that deluxe alloy figure. And then the next figure that will officially be going up for pre-order, even though I think you can still pre-order it now, I guess unofficially on Amazon, is the God of War Kratos figure. So, but officially that will be going up on July 15th. And then we also have some official images of a few of the other figures in this line as well, all of which we've kind of seen leaking out slowly over the last several weeks. So, but again, it is now finally at least officially been announced. This line has been officially announced by Spin Master. And again, these figures are starting to go up for pre-order now. Now, I don't know if other e-tailers will be carrying these figures. I assume at some point they will. But, those details have not yet been made available. But right now, Amazon seems to be the main place to go to try and get these figures here in the United States. These figures have been slipping out already overseas. But again, here in the United States, Amazon seems to be the main place to go to get them. For you SH Figuarts fans, we're going to be getting My Hero Academia from Tamashii Nations. The first figure they're doing is this Izuku figure. No word yet on exactly when this is going to be available for pre-order, but again, looks like My Hero Academia is going to be joining the SH Figuarts line from Tamashii Nations. All right, now let's finish off with some McFarlane news. So first of all, they announced a new licensing deal that they've inked with Sega in regards to Atlas and the Persona 3 Reload game that I guess was released in February of this year. I'm not really familiar with this game, but they are going to be doing 7-inch scale figures based on this. Not a whole lot of details, no images of any of the figures. We'll probably get more details on this during San Diego Comic-Con. But again, they did announce this new licensing deal that they've struck with Sega. And then in other McFarlane news, they announced this past weekend, they announced 2 new Rocky Movie Maniac figure statues, whatever you want to call them. These are 6-inch scale. So they only showed these, darkened in images for 2 Rocky 3 figures. So the Mr. T character and a Rocky 3 version of Rocky. So these are said to be released as Walmart exclusives, or they said available. They didn't use the word exclusive, but said available soon, early this month at Walmart. So I'm assuming that means they're Walmart exclusives. The first 2 Rocky figures that they did were general releases. So again, when we get more details on this, I'll be sure to pass it along. But again, if you're into these movie Maniac figures and a big Rocky fan, we are getting some figures for Rocky 3. Going up for pre-order last weekend, kind of surprisingly, was the Max Mercury and Shazam DC versus Vampires figures. So they did sell out quickly. These are Walmart exclusives. I don't know if they'll be available online again. I'm guessing they will at some point, but you never know with Walmart. And then I'm guessing they will also show up at some point at physical stores. The cost was about $20 each. There was also an autographed version of the Batman versus Bane 2-pack, which I don't even think was announced, but that went up on Walmart's website last weekend, and again, quickly sold out. So, but just wanted to let you know, keep an eye out for Walmart if you want to add those to your collection, especially the Max Mercury and Shazam Vampire figures, because those I suspect will be available again at some point. If you missed out on the regular version of the Batman Tumbler with Lucius Fox figure, which is being sold exclusively on the McFarlane Store website, it is once again available for pre-order. When it initially went up, it had sold out. But again, they've made more available, and as I'm filming this, they are still available there. The cost of this is $100. McFarlane this week announced 2 new Bleach figures, 7-inch scale figures that are available for pre-order now at places like our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, based on the 1,000-Year Blood War series, and each of these figures cost about $25, $26 each. And then for DC Multiverse, we've got a number of new figures that have started to see release overseas in Hong Kong that have not even been officially announced by McFarlane Toys. Though with some of these, they just today started to officially announce them. But let me just go down the list, and these images come via Kowloon Toys, which is an overseas e-tailer. So the figures shown are a 7-inch DC Multiverse Adam West Batman. So not to be confused with the 6-inch version that McFarlane has already done. This is actually part of the DC Multiverse line. And again, it is a 7-inch scale version of Adam West Batman. So this will fit in better if you've got all the other like movie Batman figures that McFarlane's been doing in the 7-inch scale. This will fit in better with that as opposed to the 6-inch one that they had already done. I don't know if they're going to do any more 7-inch scale figures from the 66 Batman series. I'm thinking maybe not, but I don't know that for sure. We had seen listings for all these figures I'm about to go over from overseas distributors. But again, as far as the 66 series, right now Adam West Batman is the only one that we know of that is coming. Now there is a Chase Platinum Edition figure. So this is something I talked about earlier this week in one of my live stream videos, where we are seeing the Platinum Chase gig from McFarlane start to now include unique figures. Previously, it was just, it started out with just the unpainted gray figures that you could paint yourselves. Figures, basically there were just variants of figures that were already released. Then we got variants that were painted, but still just figures that were released in the regular line, but just repaint variants. Now we're getting actual unique characters. So the first ones that we saw were the Manhunters, the Sportsmaster, and the New 52 Reverse Flash. Now we've got this blue and gray Ben Affleck Batman figure from the Flash movie. This appears to be essentially the chase figure that will ship with the Adam West Batman, as best I can tell. So again, that one, the Ben Affleck figure is a platinum figure. The Adam West Batman is a regular release. So those are coming. Neither one of those have yet to be officially announced by McFarlane Toys. Then we've got, for the collector edition series, Ragman, which will have a platinum edition paint variant. The Red Hood from Detective Comics, which again will have a platinum edition paint variant figure. Clock King, again, will have a platinum edition paint variant. And Agent Liberty, which also again will have a platinum edition paint variant. So we're getting our first looks at those figures. And then just today, after those images leaked, McFarlane started to officially announce this wave, starting with Ragman. So we now know that this wave of collector edition figures will actually be going up for pre-order at places like Amazon, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth on July 12th. So at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So again, that wave with the Ragman, the Agent Liberty, the Clock King, and the Red Hood from Detective Comics, all of those will be going up for pre-order on July 12th. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys today. But as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about down in the comments section below. If you're so inclined, please like this video. It does help with the algorithm. If you're new to the channel, think about subscribing and hitting that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. You can also, if you want to help support the channel, can become an Action Figure Enthusiast channel member, and there's a link to that in the video description below. You don't have to, but if it's something you would like to, like I say, just kind of help out with the channel, there are details for that. As always, guys, stay safe out there. Have a great weekend, and until next time, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching today's video. Now, if you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. For all the latest action figure news, be sure to head over to ToyNewsEye.com, MarvelousNews.com, JediInsider.com, and TFormers.com. And remember, action figures are great,